Hey there, ever been in a situation where you text her, call her, or even send her a meme so funny it could win an Oscar, and all you get back is crickets? Yep, the dreaded ignore. But what if I told you there's a way to flip the script so hard, she'll be the one wondering what you're up to? Stick around, because today we're diving into the ultimate guide on what to do when she ignores you. And trust me, she won't see this coming. Section 1. Why ignoring back isn't always the answer. Alright, let's dive into the first big mistake people make when they're ignored. Ignoring back. I get it. It feels like the natural thing to do. She's not responding, so you think, fine, I'll just ignore her too. But here's the problem. Ignoring someone back is like playing a game of emotional ping pong. It's predictable and it doesn't solve anything. In fact, it usually makes things worse. Think about it. If you ignore her and she ignores you, what happens next? You're both stuck in this awkward standoff and nobody wins. Plus, she's probably expecting you to either blow up her phone or give her the silent treatment. So if you do either of those things, you're just playing into her expectations. And where's the fun in that? Instead of reacting impulsively, let's try something smarter. Let's break the cycle and do something she won't see coming. But before we get to that, let's talk about why ignoring back doesn't work. When you ignore someone, you're essentially shutting down communication, and communication is key in any relationship, whether it's romantic or not. By ignoring her, you're not addressing the issue, you're just avoiding it. And avoidance never solves anything. It's like putting a band-aid on a broken bone. It might cover the problem, but it doesn't fix it. So, instead of ignoring her back, let's take a step back and think about what's really going on. Maybe she's busy, maybe she's dealing with something personal, or maybe she's just not that into you. Whatever the reason, ignoring her back isn't going to help you figure it out. So, let's move on to the next step. The power of the pause. Section 2. The power of the pause. Okay, so you've decided not to ignore her back. Great. Now what? The next step is to pause. I know, it sounds too simple, right? But trust me, this is where the magic happens. When someone ignores you, your first instinct is to react. Maybe you're tempted to send a follow-up text like, "Hey, did you get my message?" or "Are you mad at me?" But here's the thing, reacting too quickly can make you seem desperate or insecure, and that's the last thing you want. Instead, take a deep breath and give it some time. Let her wonder why you're not chasing her. It's like when you're watching a movie and there's a cliffhanger. You can't wait to see what happens next. Be the cliffhanger. By pausing, you're giving yourself time to think and her time to miss you. And let's be honest, absence makes the heart grow fonder. When you're always available, it's easy for someone to take you for granted. But when you disappear for a bit, it forces them to notice your absence. And that's when they start to wonder what you're up to. So, how long should you pause? It depends on the situation, but a good rule of thumb is to wait at least a few days. Use this time to focus on yourself and do things that make you happy. Go to the gym, hang out with friends, or pick up a new hobby. The key is to stay busy and not dwell on her silence. Remember, the goal here isn't to play games, it's to give yourself the space you need to think clearly and make smart decisions. And who knows, by the time you reach out again, she might be the one wondering why you've been so quiet. Section 3. Focus on you. While you're giving her space, here's what you should be doing. Focus on yourself. I'm not talking about sitting around waiting for her to text back. I'm talking about leveling up. Hit the gym, pick up a new hobby, or finally start that side hustle you've been dreaming about. Why? Because when you're busy improving your own life, two things happen. 1, you become more confident and interesting, and 2, she'll notice that you're not sitting around waiting for her. And guess what? Confidence is magnetic. It's like catnip for attention. Think about it. When you're constantly chasing someone, you're essentially telling them that they're more important than you. And that's not a good look. But when you focus on yourself, you're sending the message that you value your own time and energy. And that's attractive. So, what does focusing on yourself look like in practice? It could be anything from hitting the gym to learning a new skill. The key is to do things that make you feel good about yourself. For example, if you've always wanted to learn how to cook, now's the time to try out some new recipes. Or if you've been meaning to get in shape, sign up for a fitness class or start a new workout routine. The point is to keep yourself busy and engaged in activities that bring you joy and fulfillment. And don't forget to document your progress. Share your achievements on social media or with your friends. When she sees that you're out there living your best life, she'll start to wonder why she's not a part of it. And that's when the tables start to turn. Remember, the goal here isn't to make her jealous. It's to show her that you're a confident, independent person who doesn't need anyone's validation to be happy. And when you radiate that kind of energy, people can't help but be drawn to you. Section 4. The unexpected move. Now, here's where things get interesting. After you've given her some space and worked on yourself, it's time to make a move she'll never expect. Instead of reaching out to her with a boring, "Hey, what's up?" text, send her something completely random and fun. For example, share a funny story about something that happened to you recently, or send her a picture of something cool you're doing, like a sunset hike or a new recipe you're trying. The key here is to show her that you're living your best life and you're not hung up on her ignoring you. It's like saying, "Hey, I'm doing great," and you're missing out. But here's the twist. Don't make it about her. Don't ask her how she's doing or if she's been busy. Just share something that's going on in your life and leave it at that. This approach does two things. One, it shows her that you're not desperate for her attention, and two, it piques her curiosity. When she sees that you're not chasing her, she'll start to wonder why. And when she sees that you're out there having fun and living your life, she'll start to feel like she's missing out. And that's when she'll be more likely to reach out to you. But here's the important part. Don't overdo it. Keep it light and casual. You're not trying to win her back. You're just showing her that you're doing fine without her. And if she doesn't respond, that's okay too. Remember, the goal here isn't to get her attention. It's to show her that you're not waiting around for anyone. And when you do that, you take back your power and put yourself in the driver's seat. Section 5. The art of detachment. Here's the secret sauce. Detach from the outcome. I know this sounds like some next-level Jedi mind trick, but it's crucial. When you stop worrying about whether she'll respond or not, you take back your power. If she replies, great. If she doesn't, that's okay too. Remember, you're not waiting around for anyone. You're the main character of your own story, and she's just a supporting cast member. And who knows, when she sees how chill and confident you are, she might just realize what she's been missing. Detachment is all about letting go of the need for a specific outcome. It's about accepting that you can't control how someone else behaves, but you can control how you react to it. And when you detach from the outcome, you free yourself from the emotional roller coaster of waiting for someone to text you back. Instead, you can focus on living your life and enjoying the moment. So, how do you practice detachment? Start by shifting your mindset. Instead of thinking, "I hope she texts me back," think, "I'm going to have a great day no matter what." Focus on the things you can control, like your own actions and attitudes. And remember, your worth isn't determined by whether or not someone responds to you. You're valuable and deserving of love and respect, regardless of how someone else treats you. And when you internalize that belief, you'll find that you're much less affected by other people's actions. So, the next time you're tempted to stress over someone ignoring you, take a step back and remind yourself that you're in control of your own happiness. And when you do that, you'll find that you're much more resilient and confident in the face of rejection. Section 6. When to walk away. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room. What if she still ignores you after all this? Well, my friend, that's your cue to walk away. I know it's tough, but sometimes the best move is to let go. If someone isn't giving you the time of day, they don't deserve a place in your life. And trust me, there are plenty of people out there who will appreciate you for who you are. As the saying goes, don't chase someone who doesn't value you. Upgrade your standards and let them chase you. Walking away isn't about giving up. It's about recognizing your own worth and refusing to settle for less than you deserve. It's about understanding that you can't force someone to care about you, and that's okay. You don't need someone who doesn't see your value. You need someone who appreciates you for who you are and is willing to put in the effort to make the relationship work. So, how do you know when it's time to walk away? Here are a few signs. 1. She consistently ignores your messages or calls. 2. She makes excuses for not spending time with you. Or 3. She shows no interest in your life or feelings. If any of these sound familiar, it's time to cut your losses and move on. Remember, walking away doesn't mean you're weak. It means you're strong enough to know your own worth. And when you do that, you open yourself up to the possibility of finding someone who truly values and respects you. So, don't be afraid to let go of someone who doesn't appreciate you. You deserve better, and you'll find it when you stop settling for less. So, to recap, when she ignores you, don't panic. Pause, focus on yourself, and make a move she'll never expect. And, most importantly, detach from the outcome. Whether she comes back or not, you'll come out on top because you've leveled up. Remember, you're the prize, and anyone who doesn't see that isn't worth your time. Now go out there and show the world what you're made of. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more tips on leveling up your life. And hey, if you've ever dealt with being ignored, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your story. Until next time, stay awesome and remember, you're too amazing to be someone's second choice. See ya.